Hello. So this is the third part of creating a social networking site in Node.js and MongoDB. In this part, we will do the likes, comments, and share features. First, go to index.ejs and in getNewsFeed function. When the video tag is created, call a function named createLikes section, and in this function we will show icons for likes, comments, and shares. Open your header.ejs and create this function in JavaScript. First, check if the user has already liked the post. If he has already liked, then we will highlight the icon as green, like Facebook does as blue. Loop through all likers of this post and check if logged in user ID exists in it. If the user has liked, then the class name will be like, otherwise it will be none. Add on-click event listener, set the ID, display the icon, and display number of likes. Then display a comments icon for comment, and number of comments. Similarly, create a share section, add on-click event listener, set the ID, display icon for share, and display number of times this post has been shared. Now close all tags. Refresh the page and now you will see likes, comments, and shares of post. Now open MongoDB Compass. Its download link will be mentioned in the description of this video. Connect with localhost, select database, and open post collection. Now we need to create a function which will be called when user clicks on likes icon. Create a function named toggle like post in JavaScript. We are already calling it from span tag. Get post ID, create Ajax object, set method to post, route to toggle like post and asynchronous. When the response is received from server, the ready state will be 4 and status will be 200. Parse the JSON string into JavaScript object. If the status is success, then set the span class to like and increment the value of span tag by 1. And if the status is unlike, then set the class to none and decrement the value of span tag by 1. And finally, if the status is error, then display an error in alert. Create a form data object and append access token and post ID in it. And send the request. Now we need to create this post route in server.js. We are receiving access token and post ID in request fields. Check if user access token is expired. If user object is null means the user is logged out. In that case, send an error back to client. After that, check if the post exists using its ID. If the post does not exist, then again send error message back to client. Then again check if the user has already liked this post or not. This algorithm will be the same as we did in create likes section, only the variable will be different. If he has already liked, then we will remove his record from likers array. And since we also have post array in users collection, so we do the same in that array too. As we go in 3 nested level array, we have to put brackets in order to update the third level nested array. Then send the response that the user has unliked the post. And if the user has not liked before the first, first we will send a notification to the creator of post that someone has liked your post. We will set his name in the content of notification, profile image and date when he liked. Then we will add his record in likers array in post collection. And we will update the users collection too, same as we did when unliked. This time send a success response back to client. Refresh, and when I click like, it will increment the value and make it green, and when I refresh again it will remain green. Check in database as well. So we have his record added in likers array of that post. Clicking again and it will decrement the value. Refresh and his record will be removed from likers array. Now we need to do the comment and reply feature. In your get news feed function in index.js, before closing the last two divs, call a function named create comment section. Now create this function in JavaScript. There will be a lot of comments, so we have fixed the height and make it scrollable. Loop through all the comments in that post, and for each comment create a li tag. Show image of user who posted the comment, his name, the date when he posted. We are saving in timestamp in database, so you have to convert that into proper format. Show the date and create an icon to reply on that comment. We will come back to that in a few minutes. And show the comment. After the loop, we will show a section where user can post his comment. Show logged in user's profile image. Then create a form which when clicked will call a function named doPostComment. It will have post ID as hidden input field, text area to enter the comment, and a submit button. Close all the tags. Refresh and you will see a comment section with each post. Create this doPostComment function in JavaScript. Create Ajax object. Set method to post, route to post comment, and asynchronous. When the response is successfully received from server, we will have ready state as 4 and status as 200. Parse the JSON string back to JavaScript objects. Display the message in alert. And if the status is success, then simply empty the value in that text area. Create a form data object with that form and append access token in it. Then send Ajax request and return false will prevent the form from redirecting. Now we need to create this post comment route in server.js. We are receiving access token, post ID, and comment. Current date time. Check if user access token is expired. If user object is null means the user is logged out. In that case, send an error back to client. After that, check if the post exists using its ID. If the post does not exist, then again send an error message back to client. Then create an object ID for comment. MongoDB does not automatically create object ID for nested documents, so we have to do it manually. Push his comment in comments nested array. Each comment also has replies, so by default set an empty replies array. We will only send the notification to user if he is not posting comment on his own post. So I will be notified only when someone else commented on my post. The type of notification will be new comment. As we also have posts in users collection, so we need to update the users collection as well. Send the success response. Now refresh, and after I comment something, it will be displayed here. As you can see, it has been added in comments array. User object. Now we need to do the reply feature. First go to footer.ejs and create a bootstrap model which will be popped up when reply icon is clicked. Heading, a button to close the model. You can also click anywhere outside the model to close it. In model body, create a form which when submit will call a function named doPostReply. It will have two hidden input fields, one for post ID and one for comment ID, and a text area to enter his reply, and a submit button. Close all the tags. Now go to create comment section function and create this function in JavaScript. It will set the post ID in the model header hidden input field and also the comment ID. Then it will display the model. Then create a function which will be called when the form is submitted. Method will be post, route is post reply and asynchronous. When the response is received from server, we will have ready state as 4 and status as 200. convert the JSON string into JavaScript objects, display the message in alert box. If status is success, then empty the value of reply text area and hide the model. Create a form data object, append access token in it, and send the AJAX request. Return false will prevent the form from redirecting. Now we need to create this post route in our server.js. We are receiving access token, post ID, comment ID, and reply. Check if user access token is expired. If user object is null means the user is logged out. In that case, send an error back to client. After that, check if the post exists using its ID. If the post does not exist, then again send an error message back to client. Then create an object ID for reply. MongoDB does not automatically create object IDs for nested documents, so we have to do it manually. And push his reply in comments nested array. And in the callback, we will do the same for users collection too. We will push the reply in comments array inside post array in users collection. Finally, send the success response back to client. Now we need to show the replies with each comment. In your create comment section, in the comments loop, create a UL tag and loop through all replies in that comment. And for each reply, create a list item. Show profile image of user who replied. His name, date in proper format, and reply. Close all the tags and refresh again. Now when you click on reply icon, a pop-up model will be displayed. When hit post, reply has been posted, and you will see that reply with that comment. And in database, you will see a new element in replies array inside comments array and user object. Now we will do the share feature. Go to header.ejs and in create lights section, we need to create this share post function in JavaScript. First, show a confirmation dialog. If user confirms, then get post ID. Create Ajax object. Set method to post, route to share post, and asynchronous. When the response is received from server, the ready state will be 4 and status will be 200. Convert the JSON string back to JavaScript objects. Display message in alert box. If status is success, then we will set its class to like, so it will be highlighted, and increment the value of shares by 1. Then we will update the newsfeed. Create a form data object, append access token and post ID in it. And send the AJAX request. Now we need to create this post route in our server.js. We are receiving access token and post ID. And post type will be shared, so we can differentiate between normal post and shared posts. Check if user access token is expired. If user object is null, means that the user is logged out. In that case, send an error message back to client. And after that, check if the post exists or not using its ID. If the post does not exist, then again send an error message back to client. And push this user's data in shares array, so we can know who has shared this post. Then create a new document inside post collection with all the data of shared post. And update the post array in users collection too. Push in shares array. Finally, send a success response back to client. Now refresh, and when I click share, it will ask for confirmation. After confirm, post has been shared and news feed is automatically refreshed. You can see your shared post here. This is the original one. It has one share now, and this is the shared one. It has its own likes, comments, and shares. So that's how you can like, unlike the post, push comments in or push elements in or pull elements out of nested array in MongoDB. Manage three-level nested arrays like user has post, post has comments, and comments has replies. You have also learned to set values in pop-up model if there are multiple values. In next part, we will do the friends and chat feature where you can search for people, send friend request, other person can accept or reject your friend request, then you both can chat with each other, then you both can have real time chat with each other. So stay tuned.